one of the 7 goals that we have put out is what we call strong alliances. It is very clear that if we cannot counter the hostility and the isolation within which we live, and if we cannot gain relevance in strategic partnerships with regional players and global players, we will lose even what we have now. And so the idea of alliances, honest, true, kind of transparent alliances, not secret alliances that we think we can count on and suddenly they don't really come through, that has to be central to any geopolitical strategy of the country. But I'll also say that, you know, geopolitical considerations and diplomacy and partnerships are long-term games. You know, we pride ourselves in playing chess. You don't play chess with 3-4 moves in your mind in the beginning and then expect that you're going to win. It's a long game. And during the game at any given time, people might feel like you're winning, you're losing, because they don't actually know what the strategy is that you're actually playing out. That's how we got here. We got here because over a long period of time, there were a set of statements made, decisions made, whether to settle, not to settle, who to partner with. And at one point along the lines, these alliances or lack of them exposed our sovereignty and our security. Okay, so that's another piece, another move that has happened. We now have to react to it. We now have to adjust. And if the more we do that with a long-term commitment of ensuring that we can protect ourselves, and I still will repeat, the best way to do that is to have strong bilateral relationships where somebody on the other side sees it in their interest to be partners with you, not because they pity you or because you're so poor that they have to help you, but actually get something from you. So I think there's a lot of work to do. I'm a little concerned in the last year, 2 years, the degree to which it seems that there's a difference in views between our professional career diplomats and foreign service folks and the government in general. I've not seen that in the past in Armenia, and I think that cannot be a good situation. It cannot be that there's strong disagreements on foreign policy that are not worked out and then presented to the people so that people can feel comfortable that we know what we're doing. So I hope going forward, we bring in professionals again, that we have a well-communicated strategy. Some of it will be secret, obviously, because you don't do this all in full visibility. But I'll also say, maybe just because you're bringing up this issue, this also takes us to the 15th of the goals, which is not meant to indicate its lack of importance. It's just that something had to be 15, which is that we emphasize evidence-based decision-making. That is, how can we demand from the leadership and from society a level of fact-based decision-making, transparent communication versus illusions and myths. There's a lot that's been said recently. We've been saying it for a while, that it seems to us that the last period exposes a set of beliefs that we were led to have that were not reliable. The question then becomes, what else can we not rely on? Not so we can all feel bad, but so that we can identify them and get to the truth and fix them. So yes, you can talk about corruption. Yes, you can talk about fixing corruption. But one form of corruption is not to know the facts, because then you don't know what you can rely on and you make bad decisions. And bad decisions lead to bad outcomes, and bad outcomes are as hurtful as all the other things that are hurtful in the country that also have to be fixed. So I'm encouraged at the will people have had in the last 2 years to address some aspects of what hurt us, but there's other aspects of what hurt us that I think need additional focus. And one of them is, how do we understand facts and how do we force each other to make decisions based on evidence and facts?